Hey there, Benjamin Harvey here, and today what I wanted to share with you is what's known as the 5 levels of financial freedom. So the different levels of wealth that people get to financially. Because just by having an understanding of which level you're sitting at will quite often give you some clarity around what it is that you should apply as the very next strategy to start getting you the results you're looking for. Now, I'm just going to warn you in advance that this video is probably not going to be as enjoyable as you would like from an emotional perspective, because once we break down the different levels of wealth, you may find you're at a level that maybe you don't actually want to be at. The good news is you can change levels anytime you like through the application of knowledge in the form of action. But let's have a look at each and every one of these, because if you've been studying wealth or financial freedom or abundance at all at any point in your life, you will realize that there are in fact different levels that people get to. And every one of those levels is achievable if you do apply the right strategies. But first of all, in order to get to somewhere you want to get to, you first have to know where you're starting. It's kind of like if you've got a GPS in a car, there's only 2 things the GPS needs to know: where are you going and where are you right now? So in order for you to work out where you're going with your finances, it's important to work out where you are right now. So let's have a look at each one of these levels and have a look at the kind of explanation that goes with it. So you can actually have a bit of an understanding of where you sit in the pyramid of financial freedom. So let's have a look. The very first layer is what's known as financial poverty. Now, financial poverty is something that a large majority of people actually live in, and it is an unfortunate thing, because the funny thing about wealth and wealth creation is it's available to everybody. It really is. Now, sure, people are born in different parts of the world and they have less access to education, less access to certain resources that allow them to accelerate their wealth creation abilities. However, everyone on the planet does have the ability, if they apply themselves, to change their financial situation. That's kind of the way it works. And I know this from personally going through an incredible amount of debt. I mean, I was in debt since I was 14 years of age. And I found myself back in the early 2000s, 2000 to 2002, in a huge amount of debt, completely broke, and I started to do something about it. I'd found myself in this level of financial poverty, and I realized it's not where I wanted to be in my life. So if we have a look at what financial poverty is, there is some prerequisites that let you know whether or not you are in fact in this area or this level of financial freedom. Financial poverty basically means that if you stopped earning money today, so you didn't earn another cent today, you would be unable to live your current lifestyle for more than 1 year. So what I mean by that is if you stopped earning money right now, didn't earn another cent at all, you got fired from your job or you quit your job or whatever it is, and that was it, it's all done, then you can't maintain the lifestyle you have for the next 12 months. The fact is, 99.99999% of the population really do fall into that category, unfortunately. So what we do know is that if you can't support yourself for a full year, and you've been earning money and you've been working for money, or you've been unemployed but you've got a bit of employment, or you've had business or whatever it is, if at this stage in your life you cannot survive for a full year without having a hit to your lifestyle, then we have to class that as financial poverty. And a lot of people try and soften the blow by saying, look, if you can't make it 30 days, or if you can't make it 90 days, or you can't make it whatever it is. But the fact is, if you really can't make it a full 12 months, then you've got to have a look at what you're doing with your finances and the kind of actions that you're actually taking. But that is financial poverty, not being able to make it a full 12 months if you stopped earning money today. Now, there are people out there that have assets that will allow them to live 12 months with no hit to their lifestyle. They've got income streams from dividends and so on. But that is financial poverty. So let's have a look at the second one. The second one is what we call financial stability. Now, financial stability means that if you stopped earning money right now, you have enough capital to live your current lifestyle for anywhere between 1 to 5 years. So if you stopped work today, never earn another dollar again of what we call active income, where you're actually working for the money, can you make it more than 12 months and anywhere from 12 months to 5 years? If you can make it somewhere in between 12 months to 5 years, then congratulations, you have in fact reached what we would class as financial stability. Now, the beautiful thing about financial stability is, think about this. If you stopped earning money today, you've got a minimum of 12 months of trying to work out what you want to next do with your life before you have any impact on your lifestyle. Now, that 12-month buffer zone actually has a huge impact on your emotional state. Now, what we do find is that people who have a cash cushion or an ability to sustain lifestyle for 1 to 5 years are often more emotionally balanced, because we have found that finances are the leading cause of stress inside individuals, and stress is the leading cause of things like heart disease and cancers and tumours and those kind of things. So we know that a stressful lifestyle does in fact have an impact on our health, and a stressful lifestyle is actually driven by our wealth. And if you look back through history, you'll find that quite often wealth was referred to as health, because the more money you had, the greater access you had to the fresher water, the healthier living environments. You could live further up the mountain for the fresher air and so on and so forth. You could get water from the top of the stream, not the bottom of the stream after everyone had washed in it. And so by having a greater level of financial stability, quite often that had an impact on your longevity and your health as well. So what we do know is that people who have a 1 to 5 year buffer zone or in this level of financial stability are generally more emotionally balanced, which means they're receiving less stress in their life, which actually correlates to being more healthy. So that's level number 2. Now, level number 3 is what we call financial security. And financial security is basically where you have enough capital invested that if you stopped earning money right now today, you could live for a minimum of 5 years without having any impact to your lifestyle in any way, shape or form. Now think about that for a second. If you can live for the next 5 years on the current lifestyle you've got right now. And what I mean by lifestyle is you get to go to the same number of movies every week, you get to eat out the same number of times, you get to travel as much as you currently do, you get to drive the same cars, wear the same clothes, go on the same holidays, it's all still there. 5 years from now, minimum, then you have financial security. And if you're in that position, congratulations, because a very small percentage of people make it to this because they don't know the right actions to take, or they don't surround themselves with the right kind of people to get the right advice. So this whole idea of having this financial security, what it allows you to do is, if you can last more than 5 years, you think about that. You lose your job today. You got 5 more years to work out what you want to do next with your life. You know, what's the next job you want to take? It takes a little bit of pressure off the interviewing process. It takes a little bit of pressure off you having to troll through Seek looking for job opportunities. It takes a little bit of pressure off a whole bunch of things inside your life. You can still maintain your health, you can still eat, you can still have a roof over your head for at least 5 years. So you can see that that does remove quite a large amount of pressure by being at that level. Now the next one up is what we call financial independence. Financial independence is something that is available to every human being on the planet if they apply themselves, if they are bothered and willing to take the action, to learn from people, to surround themselves in the environments, to get the right type of fuel from an emotional perspective, to get the right kind of tools from, you know, people who actually know what they're talking about, credible sources of information, and then the right kind of vehicles, the right asset class to invest in. This financial independence is achievable for everybody, but again, very few people actually go out there and achieve it because of a range of different things getting in their way, a range of different roadblocks. But financial independence, if you're wondering if you fit in that category right now, it's having enough capital invested at 7% to live your current lifestyle year in, year out for the rest of your life. Now, what I mean by that is, let's just say that your current lifestyle is $100,000 a year, $100,000 a year. Now, if you wanted to live that, well, let's make it easy. Let's say, let's make the maths easy for me. Not easy for you, but easy for me. Let's just say that your current lifestyle is $70,000 a year. So to live the life that you currently live, to go to the movies, eat, go on holidays, swim, catch up with friends, hang out, do everything that you do, it just costs you 70 grand a year. Now, 70 grand a year, that's 7% of $1 million. So if you have $1 million of capital, like a net worth of $1 million, then at a 7% return year in, year out, you're getting $70,000 in the bank. I mean, you've got yourself your very own cash machine if you have that level of net worth. So if you wanted to live year on year out at $70,000, now we're not including inflation or any of those kind of things at the moment. Let's just keep the mathematics really simple. So if you did have a net worth of $1 million, then you could live on a 7% return on that year in, year out, and you'd never draw down. What I mean by that is you would keep that $1 million consistently, and you'd just be taking out the increase, the interest that has been earned on that money. So if you are actually at this level, and a lot of people do get to this level, if you're at this level of financial independence, then it's an incredible achievement, because realistically, you don't actually have to work ever again, and your lifestyle will never change. And that is a fantastic thing, because, I mean, think about it. You finally cracked the code where money is working for you instead of you working for money. And this really is one of the key things that every human being, I believe, needs to get to, because there's a thing out there known as the silent master. It tells you when to get up, when to go to sleep. It tells you what to wear, what to eat, what car you drive, what holidays you take. It tells you what school your kids go to, what clothing they wear. It tells you what your kitchen looks like, what your bathroom looks like. The silent master is called money. And once you have mastered this thing and you've put it to work for you instead of the other way around, which the large majority of the world is actually doing, where they work for money, if you flipped it around and hit financial independence, then you really have done a remarkable achievement. And now you are free to go and do what you love because you love it. You know, a lot of people out there say, you know, I do this, I don't do this for the money, I do it because I love it. And I say, great, well, let's take all the money away. Are you still going to do it? And the fact is, even though they love it, they would have to go and do something else because they haven't mastered money yet. So if you really want to know, do you really do what you do because you truly love it? The only way to truly know that in every core in your being is to hit financial independence, because then you'll know for sure. You know, it's all hearsay up until that point. So just keep that in mind, that only the people who've hit financial independence will truly know that they are doing what they love regardless of the money. Because the fact is, they don't need the money. They have money working for them, which means they can do whatever they like. And the most successful culture of all time found this, that if they taught their children exactly how to master money and have money work for them, then their children would grow up definitely doing what they love and definitely living on purpose. So that is financial independence. Now, there is one up from there, and that is financial freedom. And so financial freedom is really the one that people strive for, and not everybody's going to get to it, but it is, again, something that is highly achievable. So financial freedom, like financial independence, is where you have enough capital invested at 7% where you can increase your current lifestyle year on, year out. What do I mean by increase? Well, it means every year you drive a slightly nicer car, you go on a slightly longer holiday, you wear a slightly nicer group of clothing or something. I'm not really a fashion kind of a person, but you get the idea. Or year in, year out, you spend even more quality time with friends, or you have even more quality holidays, or you start even more inspiring businesses. But what it does mean is that your lifestyle increases constantly, year in, year out, because you've got enough capital that it just keeps growing. And when you only take out that's just 7% of the increase and you apply it to your lifestyle, you can grow that consistently for the rest of your life. This is true financial freedom. This means you will never have to work for money ever again. And if you have achieved this, I bow my hat to you, because it is an incredible achievement. It has definitely required a large amount of effort and focus. And if you haven't achieved it, don't be disheartened. And by the way, if you're sitting there going, whoa, Ben, I'm at financial poverty, dude. Like, I'm out. Like, what the heck what am I meant to do? Well, what you're meant to do is learn some information and apply that information, take the right actions consistently, and start to make your way up the pyramid. Make it important to master money. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to go through the whole of my life and look back at it and say, you know, I spent most of my life working for this thing called money because I never worked out how to master it. I think that you, like me, would like to be able to get to that financial freedom at some point in your life, and then be able to understand that you can now go and do whatever you want with this precious thing called time. And at the end of the day, let's face it, it's not about the money. Money allows you to have more quality time to do whatever it is that you like. So valuing money is nothing other than actually valuing your time. And I know that you value your time and you want to spend it doing things that you love. So these are the 5 core layers that make up the financial freedom pyramid, I guess, for want of a better phrase. Work out which layer are you at. Could you only make it 12 months or less than 12 months if you stopped earning money? Could you make it 1 to 5 years? Could you, go out there and make it more than 5 years? Or do you have enough invested where you could actually go year in, year out, keep the same lifestyle? Or do you have enough invested where you could increase your lifestyle every year? So that is, in fact, the 5 core layers. And just knowing which layer you sit at will give you a great understanding of how to move and progress. No matter what layer you're actually on this diagram here, there are some strategies that can actually move you up. the process. And that's exactly why we actually put together a program called Financial Freedom Formula. Now, Financial Freedom Formula is a free event for you to attend where myself and 2 other world experts are going to be sharing with you the wealth creation strategies that are used by people like Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, and the list does go on and on. And you can actually get these strategies and apply them in your own life and systematically move up the pyramid if you are willing to put in the effort and to take the action. Now, at this event, I'm going to be sharing with you a whole bunch of information around mindset, around how to change your wealth imprint, how to work through any of the roadblocks or things that you're actually got in the way that form procrastinations or ineffective actions that are preventing you from going up this in an effective way that gets you to that financial freedom outcome. I'm also bringing in a friend of mine, Paul Birch, who's got over 17 years experience in financial planning and actually just recently rejigged an entire process of values-based investing, and in under 5 years he was able to get over $50 million worth of assets under management using the process. And last but not least, I'm going to be bringing onto the stage as well a gentleman by the name of Terry Tran. Terry's one of the very few people I've ever met in the world that has ever been personally trained by Warren Buffett himself for over 2 years, trained and mentored. And what Terry's going to be sharing at this event is everything he knows about the share market, about everything to do with stocks, and also what he learned from Warren Buffett himself. So if you'd like to come along to the event, it is a free event, completely free for you to attend, but obviously you've got to pay your time to be there. And people ask us, why is it a free event? Because, well, like Google, we use something known as freemium, where we provide a whole bunch of valuable information for free, but we do have other things available on the day if you do decide to take the next step with us in further education. There's no obligation for you to do so whatsoever at all at the event, but if you do decide to do more with us, we are an education company. We do provide other paid resources, but this one is actually free. So what I'd like for you to do right now is put your details in and register for the event. Spaces are very limited for this event and they will sell out. Once the event is sold out, that's it. We'll put you on a wait list, but I don't know what it's going to do or if it's going to do any good, because most people actually, when they register and they book, they come along, which means very rarely do we allow any of the wait list people to come in. So please put your details in. You could register friends as well and let them come along too, and together you can help move yourself up the pyramid. So no matter where you are, good news is you can go further and you can actually achieve financial independence or financial freedom if you do decide to apply yourself. So please enter your details. I'd love to see you at the event. And when you do come along to Financial Freedom Formula, please do come up and introduce yourself to me, because I love to meet everybody that we share our ideas with. So please pop your details in. I look forward to seeing you at the event. And please do share this video or comment below with some friends, because quite often working together as a group with your network, it's been said that your network is your net worth. So you can help your friends go up there and get to those financial independence and financial freedom. Then together you can travel the world and do whatever you want with all that free time and certainly all that passive income you'll be earning from your investments. Until we meet again, share your light, live your love, put your details in this form, register for the event, and do whatever it takes to be your own best friend. Bye for now.